Hey everybody, I have the distinct pleasure now of talking with Vin Shaye, who is one of the creators of the Dark Ages graphic novel trilogy, who's also a Comic-Con version. Well, first off, welcome to Comic-Con, Vin.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be here. You know, all the way from London, but it's great to come here and be a part of this culture. And this is our first product as well in the realm of graphic novels. So yeah, it's a great experience to be here and see it in real life rather than seeing it from afar on a TV screen.
Now, how is it? You said this is your first product, and we've been thumbing through this, and folks, first off, this looks spectacular. Go to your nearest comic retailer, pick it up if you see it. How is it to try and push a product here at your first Comic-Con, your first product? Like, what's the experiences that you're going through right now?
It's very different. I've been to a Comic-Con like 4 years ago, and it was one of the first New York ones, and it was very small. Now it's like huge, and to come here coming from a different kind of medium. Like, I did a lot of photography and graphic design when I was younger, and now we've taken that leap into graphic novels. So the way you promote yourself is slightly different in those professional realms, and with this one, you're talking to the public, you're talking to the press, of course. You got to really, just get out there and try and show the product, try and have a point of sale where people, as soon as they see it, they know what you're trying to say, what you're trying to talk about. I mean, in respect to this first issue of the Dark Age trilogy, it's, we're trying to introduce the world, and that's very difficult, especially when no one's actually heard about this product. Trying to get them to come in and look at it, and try and see what we're trying to do with the graphic novel to try and bring it into a new era and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's very difficult, but it's very good fun as well, because you're meeting new people and different, people have different tastes as well. So you're just trying to, get people used to what you're trying to do. So yeah, it's difficult but fun at the same time.
Now let's talk about the graphic novel itself. I mean, we were, like I said, we were looking through it, and it's got a very dark and gritty feel to it. Almost like it reminded me of The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. It's that very dark, futuristic slum kind of thing going on for it. Tell us what was your inspiration for the comic, and how you went about creating this world of Dark Ages.
Yeah, I mean, since a kid, I was one of those kids growing up where, Lord of the Rings was read to me as a child, and I used to go to sleep, with those amazing thoughts in my head, and ever since my dad read that to me, I always used to draw what those characters could be like. So in a sense, with the Dark Age, is that it has that influence of Lord of the Rings, where you've got this small kind of type of people that don't really have a say in the world, but then they do have a say in the world at the end. With Dark Age, it's similar. It's like, I would say it's like Lord of the Rings, but in a city, in an urban landscape. So the Dark Age is that human and mankind has been put into this slum and this like ghetto. They've been ghettoized and stuck into different parts of a city and left to fend for themselves. So in that kind of world, in that kind of environment, you're going to get very dark moments, where gangs start to form and different, racial groups start to join and form together and start to help each other out and start, what happens to those type of people that, are actually good people, but how do they survive in a world where they have nothing? So that's what the outside of this city is a massive slum or ghetto, whatever you want to call it. But right in the centre, there's a utopia. It's like the people who have the technology, that have the wealth, that have the what you call it, military hardware. What do they do? Well, what they're going to do is obviously trying to exterminate these people on the outside. They're going to say, what, this technology's for us, no one can have it. So that's pretty much what the story's about. It's about a rise, one of our heroes in the book is trying to rise up the slums so they can realise what is happening in their world. And I mean, that's pretty much the introduction in the Dark Age Dominion. You get introduced to the world, especially the slum itself, and then you get taken on this journey through different realms and different areas of that. Just like, the first opening film of, say, Lord of the Rings. That's what it's all about.
Very cool. Now, of course, what goes on now a lot of days is that you're seeing a lot of cross-medium marketing. You're seeing comic books be turned into video games and movies being turned into comic books, and vice versa. Is there any plans already for Dark Ages, maybe to jump out of the comic book realm and maybe into some sort of more digital media?
It is. I mean, that's a good point, because we are in discussions with a lot of different media companies, especially gaming world. I mean, when people see it, you know, when you open up the first few pages, you have this massive map of one part of the slums, and as you read the book, you have coordinates, and those coordinates take you back to the beginning with a map, so you know exactly where you are in that slum. So a lot of people in media see that, and they see the interactivity with that, and that's very good for gaming. It's very good for like an online experience. Like, for instance, we have a website which, you know, eventually will grow into an experience once readers get used to the world. You'll be able to see different things, like break into certain parts of the website and find.
What's the name of the website?
It's darkageepic.com. So yeah, I mean, and then there's also talk about, we've been talking to producers about film as well, and you know, we've come here to promote it to the public, and we've already done our background work with certain producers and certain gaming companies and things like that. So yeah, I mean, this universe that we've created, you probably will see it as, you know, expand into a lot of different mediums. So that's the beauty of doing, you know, coming into the graphic novel realm. That's what we really wanted to do. So.
Very cool. Vin, thanks for your time, man. Again, it is Dark Ages, a graphic novel, the first of a three-part, well, trilogy. That's what a trilogy is. This means 3 parts. So, Vin, thanks for your time, man.
Okay, thank you very much. All right.